Hey there, it's Tank Girl here at CES 2018 at the Sony booth. This is the Xperia XA2. It's kind of a mid-ranger, so let me walk you through the specs real quick as I show you a little more up front. This is a 5.2-inch 1080p display, Snapdragon 630, 3 gigs of RAM, 30 gigs of storage. There's an 8 megapixel front-facing camera here. Earpiece and sensors at the top. This is obviously not a bezel-less display, but software button, which is interesting for this category of product. You'd think there's enough room on that bezel to put some hardware keys. I believe there's a USB Type-C connector down here, a primary microphone and speaker. The left-hand side has a slot for the SIMs and SD card storage, and the right-hand side has the power lock and volume rocker, as you'd expect. Headphone jack is around, which is nice. Secondary mic on top there. The main camera in the back is a 23 megapixel, and this is one of the first Sony phones actually with a fingerprint sensor in the back. Traditionally they've been on the side on the power button. So 23 megapixel Sony camera with no OIS as typical and an LED flash. Not sure on the pricing and availability of this phone, but it'll probably be out soon. Yeah, it's refreshing to see some Sony Xperia phones here at CES. There's also an XA Premium, I believe, and I'm going to check that now. And it's actually not called Premium, it is called Ultra. This is the Xperia XA2 Ultra, not Premium, and so there it is. 6-inch display on this beast. 1080p again. You won't get better than 1080p here, I'm afraid. But the same exact design and layout. The front camera has been bumped to 16 megapixels, 4 gigs of RAM and 64 gigs of storage instead of 3 and 32. Also no hardware buttons. Same industrial design, left side has a SIM slot, bottom has USB Type-C with a speaker and primary microphone, and then the right hand side has the power lock key and the volume rocker. In the back there's a 23 megapixel autofocus camera. That's the same camera as on the XA2. It has an f/2.0 lens and of course that fingerprint reader on the back, which is a new thing for Sony, as I mentioned previously. Headphone jack on top with secondary mic. Basically the same layout as the other one, and they come in different colors. As you can see, this is a kind of a bluish silver one. So yeah, a bump in specs, better front camera, and that's about it. The battery in this is 3580 milliamp hours. The battery in the XA regular is 33 milliamp hours. And so there you have it. This is Sony's lineup at CES 2018. There is also the Sony Xperia L2, but they don't seem to have it here on display at the stand, so I will have to skip on that. It's lower end anyway. Please subscribe to the channel, like this video. Also, please subscribe to my podcast. It is, after all, my main vehicle. mobiletechpodcast.com is where you can find me. Stay tuned for more from CES 2018. Cheers.